Today, we're breaking down Bitcoin Energy FUD Debunked, Numbers and Myths. Welcome to Bitcoin Bytes HQ, Simple Bitcoin Explainers. This is educational content only, not financial advice. Let's go. Before we start, one quick definition. You'll hear the word FUD a lot. FUD stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It doesn't mean criticism is invalid. It means information is presented without context, without comparison, or without updated data. Bitcoin's energy use is one of the most FUD-filled topics out there. Energy matters, climate matters, but framing matters too. So let's slow this down and look at what's actually happening. First, the foundation. Bitcoin mining uses energy by design. That energy secures the network. It makes rewriting transactions expensive. It prevents cheating, and it replaces trust in people with math and physics. Think of energy as the anchor. It ties digital money to the real world. Step 1. How much energy does Bitcoin use? Based on the most recent full-year estimates, Bitcoin uses roughly 120 to 150 terawatt-hours per year. That number sounds large, until you compare it. Global air conditioning uses several times more. Household appliances like tumble dryers consume more. And the traditional banking system uses far more once you include branches, data centers, ATMs, and office buildings. Bitcoin is not free, but it is not an extreme outlier either. Step 2. Where does that energy come from? Bitcoin mining doesn't care if energy is green or dirty. It only cares if energy is cheap. That incentive is important. The most recent studies suggest roughly 58% of Bitcoin mining uses renewable or low-carbon energy. Hydro, wind, solar, geothermal, and nuclear. Why does mining skew this way? Because stranded and wasted energy is often the cheapest energy available. Hydro dams overproduce at night. Wind farms spike when demand is low. Remote energy often has no buyer. Bitcoin goes where energy would otherwise be wasted. Step 3. Portable miners and methane capture. This is one of the least talked about benefits. Some Bitcoin miners now operate portable mining units at landfills, oil fields, and agricultural sites. They run on methane gas that would otherwise be flared or released directly into the atmosphere. Methane is far more potent than CO2 as a greenhouse gas. Burning it for electricity dramatically reduces its climate impact. In these cases, Bitcoin mining doesn't just consume energy, it actively reduces net emissions. Step 4. Bitcoin and power grids. Bitcoin miners are extremely flexible. They can turn off almost instantly. That makes them useful to grid operators. In places like Texas, miners shut down during peak demand. They sell power back to the grid. That helps prevent blackouts and stabilize prices. Some utilities now treat miners as demand response tools, not competitors. Step 5. Efficiency over time. Every 4 years, Bitcoin halvings reduce block rewards, encouraging miners to upgrade and/or shut down less profitable operations. That pressure drives efficiency. New machines secure more value per watt, and cheaper energy usually means cleaner energy. Bitcoin security per unit of energy keeps rising. That trend matters more than raw consumption. Now let's look at the common mistakes. Mistake number 1. Assuming energy use equals energy waste. Energy isn't good or bad on its own. Context matters. If Bitcoin uses excess hydro at night, nothing else was using it. If miners shut down during peak demand, households benefit. Waste depends on alternatives, not headlines. Mistake number 2. Bitcoin is boiling the planet. Bitcoin's share of global emissions remains well under 1%. Multiple academic and industry studies now track mining energy use. Their exact numbers vary, and that's expected. Some studies track miner contracts. Others look at location and grid mix. Different methods lead to different percentages. But across those methods, the same pattern keeps showing up. Mining moves towards cheaper, cleaner power over time. Mistake number 3. Bitcoin energy use is pointless. This ignores what Bitcoin replaces. Gold mining permanently scars land. Banking infrastructure runs non-stop, and monetary systems are enforced with massive physical resources. Bitcoin compresses many of those layers into software. That trade-off deserves honest comparison, not dismissal. Mistake number 4. Bitcoin always harms local communities. In reality, many projects provide jobs, support local grids, and incentivize cleaner energy deployment. Mining can coexist with local infrastructure in ways that bring tangible benefits. Now, what I wish I knew when I started. When I first learned about Bitcoin mining, a lot of the energy criticism sounded reasonable. Early ASIC mining was opaque, data was limited, and headlines focused on worst-case examples. At the time, some of that concern wasn't crazy. Mining was younger, less efficient, less understood. What changed my view was learning how fast mining adapts. Miners don't survive by wasting energy. They survive by finding the cheapest, most reliable power available. Over time, that pushed mining towards stranded energy, renewables, and flexible grid use. The story wasn't static, it was evolving. Once I saw that pattern, the conversation changed for me. Energy criticism stopped feeling like a deal breaker and started feeling like a design challenge. Bitcoin doesn't pretend energy doesn't matter. It forces the issue into the open, where it can be measured and improved. Academic research and industry reports consistently show that mining's carbon intensity is declining, and new projects often use power that would otherwise be wasted. Referencing multiple studies helps put percentages and FUD in context. Seeing this in action made me realize that headlines often lag reality. Mining evolves faster than the public conversation. None of this means Bitcoin is perfect. It means the energy conversation deserves accuracy instead of fear. Let's wrap up with a quick recap. 3 key takeaways. Bitcoin uses energy intentionally to secure a global network. The latest data suggests roughly 58% comes from renewable or low-carbon sources, with growing methane capture. Mining can support grids and reduce emissions in specific situations. One tiny next action. Next time you hear Bitcoin uses energy, pause for a moment. Ask where that energy comes from. That's Bitcoin Energy FUD debunked. Numbers and myths simplified. If this helped, like, share, and subscribe for more Bitcoin explainers. Drop your biggest takeaway in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you next one.